It's time for more baseball.
It's time to spend some time with Rick.
Hello, beautiful, stupid babies. I am so happy you liked that video. Don't get too excited. This doesn't mean I'm going to be uploading videos every other day or something like that. But I wanted to get this one out right on the heels of the last video and before the test matches get started in this next test match. You know what I'm saying? This one's really important, and one of you had asked me about this in the comments. I would like you to help in your education. You're gonna be so grateful for this. We're gonna follow along today on some highlights. I do this every morning. If I miss a baseball game, which happens a lot of the time, in the morning, I watch Yankee highlights, Dodger highlights, and Met highlights. I watch the Mets because my really good friend Michael Palmerico is a die-hard Mets fan, and I like to keep up with what's going on with that squad so he and I can talk about what's going on with the Mets. I don't have any investment other than I root for the Mets for him unless they're playing the Dodgers and the Yankees. The one I care about the most is obviously the Yankees. It will help you so much. You don't have to watch a whole game. Major League Baseball has created something that's really, really awesome. Whatever team you want to follow, I hope it's the Yankees or the Dodgers, but I would prefer the Yankees, but whatever team you want to follow on YouTube, simply put in the name of your team, Yankees, and then put highlights. And then here's what you need to look for. Right here, okay? Right here. This is the one you want, but don't be duped. There's other channels that try to get your attention and make you look at their highlights, and they're not Major League Baseball. What you want to look for is this logo right there, MLB. That's the channel. Subscribe to it. MLB is the channel. That's the one you want to be on, and you'll see the date. This was yesterday's game, July 20th, 2025, and that's how you can see the highlights. And when you go to it, what it basically does is it takes yesterday's game of 2.5 to 3 hours and condenses it into an anywhere from a 9 to 12 minute video of the entirety of the game's highlights. We're gonna go through some of those highlights right now, and I'm gonna cover the highlights on this particular game over the next couple of videos because there's so much information we're gonna cover, and I think the best way for you to learn about this game is by doing, and the thing you're gonna do is watch it. So rather than put up graphics and things, which was a great way to get you acclimated to what the game is with that first video, and if you haven't seen that, it's called Baseball Basics. It's the last video I posted. We're gonna go along with the highlights of this game, and little by little, I'm gonna cover for you things that happen. So do me a favor. I've put a link to this game in this video. Click on that, watch the video. You're gonna have a lot of questions. Come on back to where we are in the timestamp right now, and I'm gonna cover some of it. I'm not gonna use the audio because that's gonna be copywritten, but I am gonna talk about what the commentators say. You're gonna hear so many terms, and I'm gonna go little by little. Again, this is gonna take several videos. I wanna cover every little thing that you see and hear, and I promise you, by the time we finish this, you're gonna know so much. And if you follow with me over the next couple of weeks, by the time we reach the fall, when we enter the postseason and the playoffs and the championships, you're gonna know the game and you're gonna so appreciate the postseason, okay? And yes, I am gonna do cricket videos as well because I am loving cricket, learning cricket, and we're gonna go back and forth with this where you teach me about cricket and I teach you about baseball, okay? All right, well, let's get going. So you found your highlights, you turn it on. 12 seconds in, they say that Holmes is on the mound. That's where the pitcher stands, the pitching mound. The mound where the pitcher stands is 60 feet, 6 inches away from home plate, almost exactly the same distance, a difference of 6 inches as what a bowler and the stump's distance is. Another difference though, is that the pitching mound is not only 60 feet, 6 inches away from home, it is elevated 10 inches. So they actually step on a mound, and there's a white slab that you will see at the top of the mound. That's called the pitching rubber. You dirty dirties, not that kind of rubber. And they stand on the rubber. Why do they do that? Because it gives them leverage. You'll see, and we'll get into pitching dynamics down the road. but they put their foot on the rubber and they push off of the rubber as they throw down off of that 10-inch incline at the hitter 60 feet 6 inches away. So obviously we talked about this in the last video. You heard them mention it's the top of the first, and here's something to help you follow along. Ready? Watch with me. Everything down here communicates something about what you're watching during the game and during the highlights. This is showing you that it's the New York Yankees against the Atlanta Braves. The guy hitting for the Yankees, the hitter, is Dominguez. His batting average is .262. I'll explain that later. On the mound, Holmes. He's pitching on the mound. He's got 5 pitches at this point. I'll explain that later, but they keep track of how many pitches the pitcher's throwing. It means a lot. No score right now between the Yankees and the Braves. It's the top of the first. This box will always show you the inning. An arrow pointing up, it's the top. Arrow pointing down, it's the bottom. Next to it, you can see this is a little area that looks just like what they call the baseball diamond. Remember from the last video, that's the infield. It's called a diamond because when you go from home to first to second to third, it's in the shape of a diamond. And they put the diamond here. And as the game continues, you'll see right now, none of these are highlighted. That means no one's on base. If someone was on first, there'd be a highlight there. If someone's on second, that way you turn on the TV, you can look, you'll know immediately what inning it is, who's on base or no one's on base. See the little circles? That'll tell you if there's 1 out or 2 outs, or right now, there's no outs. Right here, this is telling us that at the moment they showed it this highlight, there were 2 balls and 2 strikes. So as you turn on your TV, you're watching a game or you're watching the highlights, you know immediately who's playing, what inning it is anybody on base, how many outs there are, and what's the count on the hitter. A lot of information. It's like drinking out of a fire hose turned on full blast, but you can go back and look at this again, and I'd rather go quickly and be captivating than go slowly and bore you to tears. I'm gonna back up a little bit and show you this play. I can't have the volume on, but I wanna show you. They say something in the broadcast. What happens is Dominguez hits a line drive to the third baseman, I believe, and they say something about it. So watch. He hits a line drive. Boom. Caught in the air. That means he's out. If you catch the ball in the air, just like in cricket, the runner is out. But they say he had him shaded perfectly. That is at about the 30-second mark of the highlights, okay? What does that mean? That means the third baseman has a long area to play in. They can play close to the third base and the foul line, or they can move way over to where the shortstop plays. You can go back and look at that field diagram I had on the last video, but that means he was shaded perfectly. That means that he was way over to his left. He wasn't near the base or the foul line because they had a feeling Dominguez would hit it in that direction. Very, very similar to what happens in cricket. When the fielders on the inside are positioned in such a way that they know the bowler's gonna throw a particular kind of ball to the batter, and they're gonna hit it, and they're gonna be there to block it or catch it. That term shading, you'll hear that sometimes in baseball. Say he was shaded perfectly or he was positioned perfectly. It means the same thing. Now we're gonna watch something I really, really like. Aaron Judge. Oh my, what did he do? Boom, baby. That right there is a home run. He gets to now run all around the bases. That's how you score a run in baseball. A run is scored when any batter makes the journey from the batter's box to first base, then second base, then third base, and then touches home plate. That scores 1 run. A home run like that scores a run. You get to now freely jog around the bases and everybody celebrates. We're gonna see it. And then you touch home plate, 1 run. If there happened to have been a runner on first, that would have been a 2-run home run because Judge would have scored as well as whoever was on first base. They freely get to run all around the bases, and that would have scored 2 runs. You can do the math. If there's 2 on, that would have been a 3-run home run. If there's men on first, second, and third, and the batter hits it out of the park in fair territory, it's a home run. It's also called a grand slam because that's the most runs you can score in a single swing of the bat. One swing of the bat gets you 4 runs because there was a man on first and second and third, and when the ball left the park, everybody now gets to freely run and touch home plate. They're showing you a replay, a little stat about his home runs. Celebration in the dugout by the boys, which is very, very common. We're gonna pause right there. That's enough information for today. I'm going to pick it off right here, 1 minute and 9 seconds. I'm gonna continue from this point. I'm gonna be using this highlight video for the next probably 5, 6 videos and just continue on. So if you haven't watched this game, please do. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments. I'll either answer them directly in the comments, or I may say, hold tight, I'm covering that in a future video. Hope you're enjoying this. I'm really glad we're doing this. You may not see a baseball video next because we're about to enter into the Test cricket world. We're going into match 4 between England and India. My suspicion is we're gonna be talking about cricket for the next little bit, and then I'm gonna come right back here to this highlight of the July 20th game between the Yankees and the Braves, and we're gonna pick it up again at 1 minute and 9 seconds. Got it? Good. Love ya. Let's play ball. Cricket or baseball, either one. I love them both. Don't you? Brr.